Revelation chapter 9, the fifth trumpet. Then the fifth angel blew his trumpet, and I saw the star that had fallen from the sky to the earth. It was given the key for the passage to the abyss. It opened the passage to the abyss, and smoke came out of the passage like smoke from a huge furnace. The sun and the air were darkened by smoke from the passage. Locusts came out of the smoke onto the land, and they were given the same power as scorpions of the earth. They were told not to harm the grass of the earth or any plant or any tree, but only those people who did not have the seal of God on their foreheads. They were not allowed to kill them, but only to torment them for 5 months. The torment they inflicted was like that of a scorpion when it stings a person. During that time, these people will seek death, but will not find it, and they will long to die, but death will not escape them. The appearance of the locusts was like that of the horses ready for battle. On their heads they wore what looked like crowns of gold. Their faces were like human faces, and they had hair like women's hair. Their teeth were like lions' teeth, and they had chests like iron breastplates. The sound of their wings was like the sound of many horse-drawn chariots racing into battle. They had tails like scorpions with stingers. With their tails they had the power to harm people for 5 months. They had their king, the angel of the abyss, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in Greek, Apollyon. The first woe has passed, but there are 2 more to come. The sixth trumpet. Then the sixth angel blew his trumpet, and I heard a voice coming from the 4 horns of the gold altar before God, telling the sixth angel who held the trumpet, "Release the 4 angels who held the trumpet. Release the 4 angels who are bound at the banks of the great river Euphrates." So the 4 angels were released, who prepared for at this hour, day, month, and year to kill a third of the human race. The number of cavalry troops was 200 million. I heard their number. Now, in my vision, this is how I saw the horses and their riders. They wore red, blue, and yellow breastplates, and the horses' heads were like that of lions, and out of their mouths came fire, smoke, and sulfur. By these 3 plagues of fire, smoke, and sulfur, but that came out of their mouths, a third of the human race was killed. For the power of the horses is in their mouths and in their tails, for their tails are like snakes with heads that inflict harm. The rest of the human race who were not killed by these plagues did not repent of the works of their hands to give up the worship of demons and idols made from gold, silver, bronze, stone, wood, which cannot see or hear or walk. Nor did they repent of their murders, their magic potions, their unchastity, or their robberies. Chapter 10. The angel with a small scroll. Then I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, wrapped in a cloud, with a halo around his head. His face was like the sun, and his feet were like pillars of fire. In his hand he held a small scroll that had been opened. He placed his right foot on the sea and his left foot on the land, and then he cried out in a loud voice as a lion roars. When he cried out, the 7 thunders raised their voices too. When the 7 thunders had spoken, I was about to write it down, but I heard a voice from heaven say, "Seal up what the 7 thunders have spoken, but do not write it down." Then the angel I saw standing on the sea and on the land raised his right hand to heaven, and swore by the one who lives forever and ever, who created heaven and earth and sea and all that is in them, there shall be no more delay. At the time when you hear the 7th angel blow his trumpet, the mysterious plan of God shall be fulfilled, as he promised to his servants the prophets. Then the voice that I heard from heaven spoke to me again and said, "Go, take the scroll that lies open in the hand of the angel who is standing on the sea and on the land." So I went up to the angel and told him to give me the small scroll. He said to me, "Take and swallow it. It will turn your stomach sour, but in your mouth it will taste as sweet as honey." I took the small scroll from the angel's hand and swallowed it. In my mouth it was like sweet honey, but when I had eaten it, my stomach turned sour. Then someone said to me, "You must prophesy again. You must prophesy again about many people, nations, tongues, and kings."